So you clicked on this video because you want to know whether is it worth summoning on the new LF Goku that is coming from the Turles movie for part 3 of the sagas from the movies campaign with his cited 1% sparkings. But today we are breaking down Goku's kit specifically, and we are going to be giving you the most important things in this guy's kit, and then at the end we are going to be telling you is it worth summoning on him or not. So without talking too much, let's get into this shocking releases kit. So as you guys can see here, we have the kit. We are going, as I said in the intro, we are going to be going through the most important things in this guy's kit. I'm not going to be reading it line by line. So let's get into breaking it down. This guy's kit, I think it's pretty simple. So let's go. First thing we want to look at here is going to be his element. His element is yellow. Yellow looks really promising, especially for Sun family. Sun family right now doesn't have that good of a ranged yellow unit. Ultra EY is out of the meta right now. LF using Gogeta Blue is a strike based unit. He's not a range type, and this guy is a range type, as we saw in the reveals and stuff. So this is a great element, I would say, and it's a really good element as well to counter the best units in the game. Ultimate Gohan, UG4, Ultra Broly, Garlic Jr., Ultra Golden Frieza, all those purple units are relevant right now. We need some good yellows to counter them, and this is a new unit for them. And his main tags are Sun Family, Saiyans, and movies. His only tags, I would say. His only teams. And for his Z ability, he buffs all of them. Let's go to the 14-star Z ability straight away. He buffs all three movies, Sun Family, and Saiyans. Strike and blast defense, so double defenses. And some extra blast attack to characters that are both movies and Sun Family. His strike card has blast armor, so nothing more special. His blast card is stacking damage. Every time you use a blast card, you get 20% to damage inflicted for 5 counts. So if you spam a lot of blast cards, you're gonna do more damage because you are stacking more. His blue card has some certain effects. It's a launching forward blue card, so upon activation you get 30 ki, 30% blue card damage. And if the gauge has been filled at least once, we are going to be looking at the gauge fills up multiple times. If the gauge at least filled up once in the whole match, when you use a blue card, you're gonna get another blue card, activates 3 times, and you're gonna get your whole vanish back, activates 3 times as well, and blast armor when charging forward. Green card, I think it's a projectile green card if I'm not mistaken, so it's a long range green card. I don't know if it's a beam or a projectile, we're gonna need to see in the game, but upon activation, you're going to get 2 cards when you have 3 or fewer, and you're going to get 50 ki. On hit, if you land it, you're going to get cover null for 10 counts, and you're going to debuff the enemy. You're going to make him have plus 20% damage received, and you're going to inflict them with extreme bleed. His ultimate deals impact damage, normal stuff. Upon activation, 30 ki, 50% ultimate damage, nullifies endurance, but it gives more effects when you have a defeated battle member. So if you have a defeated battle member and you use the ultimate, you're gonna get an extra ultimate, and you're gonna get your vanish back, and of course blast armor when charging forward. His main ability gives him the ultimate, some health, some ki, cancels attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions, and nullifies attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions for 60 counts uncancelable stuff. So no paralysis, no feints, that's really good. And if there is a defeated battle member, the main is going to be giving you 20 counts of type neutrality, and you're gonna get 20 counts of nullification of card destruction effects. So let's get to the real kit right here, which is going to be the unique ability. The first unique ability right here, when battle starts, of course, normal stuff, 130% damage inflicted, 70% damage received, plus 70% to ki recovery, minus 10 to blast, special move and ultimate arts cost, and 1 level of card draw speed. Every time when faced with an enemy, which is basically, I think, when he enters the battlefield as well, so he gets ki on entry by 25, 90% damage inflicted, so overall 220% damage inflicted by just existing, nullifies unfavorable element factors for sustained damage, so type neutral defensively when he enters the battlefield for 5 counts. If he uses an arts card and the enemy health is 50% or above, he's gonna get a level of card draw speed, so this is stackable. That's really good for his combo potential. He's gonna get cover null for 10 counts, and of course it activates only once, but it resets when he switches out. Plus he's gonna give minus 50% to health restoration for 3 counts. And this is, I think, the best thing about his kit, the most special part about his kit, and I think the best thing out of all his kit. Here it's a pure UG4 counter, I'm not even going to lie. The following effects occur when an ally is inflicted with no switch-in when this character is on the battlefield. UG4, we all know that UG4 has two ways of giving no switching to the enemy. The first one being his unique gauge, the second one being the green card. So, when this guy is on the battlefield and you can't switch, so you're inflicted with no switching, he's gonna give the enemy insane debuffs, as you see on the screen here. Reduces enemy ki by 100, so he basically can't do anything. Seals enemy rush for 10 counts, plus 20% to all arts cost for the enemy for 5 counts, and seals all their main abilities for 10 counts. So he's increasing the cost and reducing by 100 his ki by 100, sealing the rush, sealing the main. So basically you are doing nothing, my boy. When an ally is defeated, he's gonna give effects to his allies. So when someone dies, he's gonna give effects to the second one. He's gonna give him 20% health, 20% damage, and 10% to damage inflicted by movies if he's a movies character. Second unique ability, he has a blast cover change compatible with a blue card. That's normal. When the enemy uses an ultimate or an awakened arts while this character is not defeated. So I think not defeated means even on standby. Don't check me on that, but I think maybe on standby, maybe on standby, maybe not. But let's see it here. He gets 30% health and he cancels enemies' attribute upgrades and buff effects. So this is really similar to Ultimate Gohan, but here's the catch. Ultimate Gohan has endurance. This guy doesn't. If this guy came up with endurance, it might be a real different story for this guy. This is a really complicated thing on his kit. Applies the following effect to self every time an ally is hit with an enemy arts attack based on that ally's remaining health. What does this mean? It means when an ally of your team, besides this guy, gets hit, based on that ally's remaining health, you're gonna get certain effects. So if the ally has 50% or more health, this guy is gonna charge his unique gauge normally. But if this ally that is getting hit has 50% or less, that Goku is gonna greatly charge his unique gauge. So charging it more and more. Once the gauge is full, the gauge is a really good thing on his kit as well. When the gauge is full, it resets to 0, so it fills up a lot of times. And he gets 20% damage for 30 counts. He reduces impact, explode, and slice damage received by 10% for 15 counts. 20% to damage inflicted by allies for 15 counts he's supporting, shorten ally sub counts by 3, and reduces the enemy Dragon Balls by 1 and it activates 3 times. So if the gauge fills up and his health is below 50%, he's gonna get 30% health and it activates 3 times, and he's cancelling on attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions. And if this character is on the battlefield and the gauge is full, which is kind of complicated, I think even if he takes hits, he's gonna be filling up his gauge, which is kind of weird because the gauge says allies, but here says on the battlefield. So if it was only allies, the gauge basically cannot fill up when this guy's on the battlefield. So it's kind of strange. We need to see it in the game. But if this character is on the battlefield and the gauge is filled up, he's gonna get a blue card, and it activates twice, and he's gonna destroy 2 enemy cards. His unique gauge as well increases by 30% when this character uses a strike or a blast card, while on health remaining is below 50%. So if his health is 50, I think this actually explains the characters on the battlefield here. Well, what we just read right here, when the gauge is full and the characters on the battlefield, I think this is how the gauge is gonna get filled up. With this guy on the battlefield, don't check me on that. We're gonna need to see it in the game again. So increases on unique gauge by 30% when this character uses a strike or a blast card, means if this guy's health is below 50%, he's going to fill up his unique gauge by 30%, and there's no limits to that. So if you use 4 cards, you're gonna basically fill up the gauge. That is really, really, really strong, not gonna lie. And the normal ally sub counts down. He's looking like more of a support or a defense type unit. Especially, I think he's a support type, but they just gave him the range type, so they can say to us that this guy, is a blast-based unit. But let's read that. Shorten ally sub counts by 5 when the enemy activates a Rise and Rush. Oh, I didn't read that. Rise and Rush only. No ultimate and blue card is kind of tough. At least give us the ultimate. Rise and Rush is so I think this guy's main team by far is going to be Som family. Alright, so after we broke down this unit's kit, you wanna know, is it worth summoning on him or not? And I would say, from what I saw, this guy's main team is by far going to be Som Family, because Som Family is blood space right now. I feel like this unit is gonna mesh extremely well with Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, countering the main unit that got him out of the meta, which is UG4, and plus the fact that he reduces sub counts on Rush, which meshes insanely well with Ultimate Gohan, and cancels buffs, which meshes insanely well with Ultimate Gohan. So the team with Ultimate Gohan, Ultra Gohan, and this guy is about to go crazy. But for movies mains, Gogeta Blue is a far better option for yellows, I'm not even going to lie. Especially because of the movies team being a strike-based team. So if you're a movies main, don't summon. If you're a Som Family main, consider it, man. Consider it a lot. And for non-movies, nor Som Family, nor Saiyans mains should not summon as well. I forgot to mention that. Saiyans mains, I don't think you're gonna need this guy. And guys that don't main any of those teams, you should just not consider this banner at all. The 1% sparkings are looking really promising, but you don't want to go on a banner because of just 1% sparkings, man. They do some good stuff. I feel like they're gonna mesh really well with Goku. Someone has endurance, someone is supporting when he gets to standby, and someone is switching elements mid-battle. Like these guys looking really good. And I think they're gonna mesh extremely well with Goku, but I don't think you should go just because of this. And I'm a Som Family main, so let's move to the segment where I tell you, am I summoning or not? So, am I summoning or not? It's a really hard decision to get right here. The unit is not specifically hype, but the fact that his support and his kit is gonna be really valuable for Som Family is the fact that it's making me really doubt in my choice of skipping. I only have 20k CC, which usually will get me around a copy only. A copy only is not going to be enough. So I might reconsider the amount of CC I have. But if this guy ends up bringing Ultra Gohan, that is my favorite character, back to the top 5 or something, I might summon. I'm not even going to lie. I'm at the same time a hybrid Saiyans main, so I'm really thinking about should I summon or not. I feel like 20k CC is not going to be enough to get a lot of copies, which I think this guy is going to be a real star-dependent unit. Because of his job on the team is tanking and healing and doing all that good stuff. But the fact that this guy might get Ultra Gohan back to the meta scares me that I might spend some CC on this guy. I really want to save for Festival or a potential Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from the BoJack movie coming like in 2 to 3 weeks. Because I don't think the movies campaign is over just yet. Maybe they do an after party or something like that. I don't know, man, but this guy is a really tough choice for me to summon on because he's just going to be the main buffer for Ultra Gohan. But anyways, I think my main decision right now is going to be no, I will not summon. But if you see a summons video tomorrow or the day after, don't blame me, man. And of course, we all should watch showcases, and I will not be summoning first, second. Of course, I will be watching showcases. If this guy doesn't tank well or doesn't do damage, like, what's the point of me getting him, man? But yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. Definitely let me know in the comment section below if you're going to be summoning on the new Legends Limited Goku from the Turles movie. And let me know if you think this is a W or an L release. In my opinion, if this guy is not necessary for the game, L release, he's not even that hype. So thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more DBL guides. The support helps me a lot. It makes me want it to keep going and keep making more videos. So thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.